I decided to go to Melbourne, and not only just go to Melbourne, but road trip there. Hey, what up and welcome to another episode of Creased. Now, if you've been following it along this long, you already know this is, I want to say, episode 4 of my Melbourne trip. Man, it was such a fun trip. I road tripped all the way down, and if you watched the last episode where we left off, went all the way down, almost near Geelong, seen Lawso. We did a collection video with him, and you'll see that probably next week. But then from there, went straight into the city. Culture Kings, Hosier Lane. Hosier Lane is one of my favourite spots every time I'm in Melbourne, so we gotta check that out. Last time I come here it was a bit nuts, but let's see. I've actually painted here multiple times. Every time I meet like random characters, they're just cool as. This is nuts. It is free game, so you might get that happen. I had heard that Culture Kings were doing an in-store raffle for the taxi highs. I'd never been to a Culture Kings in-store raffle. I figured I'd find out about that, and then we'll check out some sneaker stores along the way. Now, there isn't too much footage of everything because I found a really good park on Russell Street, right? Pretty central to everything, but the problem was like the max was an hour parking, so I'd have to like keep running back and fill it up because like this spot is over here and this spot's over there and all that. So like even when I'm in Hosier Lane, that was the only time I went to Hosier Lane, and that's like my favorite place, and I just kind of skipped through to get what I needed done, and then yeah, it was a pain in the ass, let's be honest. Pain in the ass. But let's go. Oh yeah, the tie-dye joints.
They're kind of cheeky, and they come with the aqua laces as well.
I like them in green. I just want to say that the staff at Culture Kings in Melbourne, in Hosier Lane there, the best. Like honestly, there was a young dude who I'd communicated with a couple times over my trip. Every time was just like the nicest guy in the world. He was like showing me stuff that hadn't been put on the shelf yet in terms of sneakers and everything, and just a really overall really nice guy. So when I was at Culture Kings, I got my raffle entry in, found out when I had to be there and everything like that. From there we went to Foot Locker. Yeah, Foot Locker, there wasn't really anything there. And I was trying to make up for essentially missing out on a day being hungover. And I'm just Googling sneaker stores. I've got to try and see as many as I can, but also fucking around with the parking and everything like that. And I saw Kicks TW in Google, and I knew of them from like sneaker mystery boxes they've done with Harrison Neville, so I was like, I'm gonna check that out. But while I was looking for that store, I found this other one. Look, the vibe of this store, you take the customer service away from it, dope. The aesthetics, everything like that, really nice. Only a small little store. I think it was in Little Collins Street. I was obviously looking for Kicks TW, but no one really, like, I don't know, no one really said anything to me. They just, it was kind of weird that I was there. I don't know, I just didn't feel like I was wanted in there. And look, maybe they just know their clientele. I'm not spending resell because, you know, it is what it is. But like in this store, there was no prices or anything either, so it made it hard. I didn't know like what sizes they had or anything like that, which obviously I'm new to visiting resale stores, and let's face it, I'm not their clientele. I'm retail or nothing over here, but you know, holding some of these silhouettes mean, like the Nike SB Dunk, the ZX joints, the story behind that, obviously SB skateboarding, ZX, very popular camera, filming like for filmers in terms of skateboard parts and everything. And they're just a really dope sneaker. I really like them. There was no price, no nothing. I don't even know if I may have spent the money. Like, I couldn't tell you what they're worth. Let's say retails about 150, 160. If they were 200, I may have pulled the trigger. You never know. There was a pair of Diamond Dunks and Tiffany Diamond Dunks, and the guy's like, yeah, they're a steal at only 1900. I'm like, yeah, 1900, buddy. Alright, cool. He's like, oh, brand new, that'd be $6,000 though. And I'm like, mate, I'm not paying 1900 for a pair of shoes that are worth 160. I'm not paying $6,000 for a pair of shoes paying 160. But left there, they kind of looked at me weird, and you know, it is what it is. Maybe I caught them on an off day, I'm not sure. But we persevered. I'll tell you what, if you were like a courier or something that did not know where all these stores were, trying to find Kicks TW would be nuts, but we persevered. seen anything yet that I want, you know, retail wise, Foot Locker and everything while I've been down here. Just checked out a couple resell stores. Leedu, I think it's called Leedu. I don't know. They had some cool stuff. Prices were insane, but you know, I feel like all resale stores have insane prices. He was talking to me about the Tiffany Dunk Low, and he said, yeah, it's only $1,900. I'm like, yeah, only. He's like, yeah, but brand new would be like $6,000. And I'm like, so bro, I got 200 pairs of shoes. I bought every single pair for retail, so or under. Actually, the Signal Blues I paid $10 over, so that's about it. But I found that while looking for Kicks TW, and I gotta say, I went in there and, well, initially I didn't go in there. I went to the store below it, and I don't know what that was, but it was kind of cool, I guess. The Minions thing, it was a trip. But when I went into Kicks TW, straight away greeted like by really nice people, unlike the other joint, I feel like, anyway. Tried to have a conversation with them and they just didn't want to hear it. Whereas the other guys, I was like, yep, just head have a look. You know, I've heard of you guys through Harrison Neville and various things on YouTube. They were stoked for that. And look, if it wasn't a store, it's just like an insane collection. Like, they got old stuff, new stuff, stuff you wouldn't think about. Then they got stuff signed by Tinker. So absolutely insane. The prices probably insane. Like, oh man, the prices reflect, obviously they've been in business for a while, so you know, someone's buying this stuff. Not a lot of people in the store compared to other stores I've seen. But yeah, look, we're about to go back to the accommodation, map out what we're going to do next. I don't know. We check out tomorrow morning. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I got to watch the Bulldogs win. I know that much. Outside of that, I don't know. Stay tuned. From the moment I got into the store, I'm greeted straight away. Really nice customer service. I told them from jump, hey, I'm just having a look around. Like, I've seen you on Harrison Neville's YouTube, heard mention of it, so I want to have a look. He said, go for it, man. Like, no problem. Any questions, hit me up. That's just general customer service, yeah. They have a very impressive collection of sneakers, like from stuff that's obviously out right now, hype, to things that have come out a couple years earlier, to things you've probably forgotten about. You've forgotten all about, but they're there, right? Now, don't get me wrong, the prices are still outrageous. Like, I think I saw the What the 4s there, and this was a shoe that if you were around that time, if you're into sneakers back then, they sat on Foot Locker for months. Like, I could have got multiple pairs. I think they even sat on Nike for months. Could have got multiple pairs. For some reason, and I'm kicking myself to this day, I should have got them, because at the end of the day they are a 4, but the mismatch thing, I don't know. It's never really been a thing for me. But I'm looking at shoes that I have. Like, these. They want, oh man, I should really look this up. Where's my phone? Alright, got the phone out. This here, they want $695 for. Now, I was very lucky to enter in a raffle that I personally couldn't enter in, and got them for half off retail. So that's as far as I'll go with that story. Been sworn to secrecy, but like, if you know, you'd probably work it out. I don't even think they've got sizes. Here we go, choose size. We go 10. $795 for the 10. It's insane to me. Alright, this one here, University 4. Let's go 10. It says pre-order, ships in, so they probably don't have stock, but they'll try and find one for you. At $845. these, I'm not going to say they sat, but they were definitely available longer than a UNC colorway should be, or would be at this time. Let's be honest. Let's find something super obscure. Something that people, you know, something that I have, but super obscure. Let's go the cool grey 3s. Because no one was fucking with these when they came out. I was like the only one, I swear. So these sat for like weeks. Again, could have got multiple pairs. Size 10 in these, $525, and that's a pre-order. They don't have them in stock, so. Alright, we'll go these joints. I know they'll have these on there. Now these, if you weren't around at the time, these were an all-store, in-store release for Foot Locker. They obviously released online on Nike. I was in a refresh battle till about 3 AM. Crazy, right? One of the best sneakers of all time. So, with that being said, I feel like the price is going to reflect it. 2018 it came out. Size 10. They want $845. It's pretty nuts. But look, I have never tried to pay rent on a store that big in Melbourne. They seem to have like 4 different staff members there. That costs money. Now, while I generally am not a fan of the whole resell thing, it's still pretty impressive seeing a collection like that. I understand business, everything like that, but you ain't getting a cent from me. But seeing them prices, seeing shoes that say potentially weren't valued at one point in time or another, and then, you know, years later we look back in hindsight, it has me thinking about a shoe like the Brotherhood Jordan 1. Obviously that's based around Jordan's fraternity or whatever. For me, it's really nice materials. A yellow and burgundy or pinkish colour shoe, it's not for me, but I can see in years to come that will be valued a lot more. For now, it's sitting. The Heritage Jordan 1, same thing, it's sitting. I mean, the craziest story of all time is the Black Cat 4s. They're selling for $1,000, and they're just a plain black Jordan. They're essentially like a school shoe. But if we tried to explain any of this to people outside the community, they're gonna think we're nuts anyway. And maybe that's what makes us special. But this has been another episode of Creased. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. And you know, this week we're doing 3 episodes. This came out today on Wednesday. Got another one on Thursday. We did the in-store raffle at CK, and there wasn't even an NBA player there. So stay tuned for that. Peace.